Resident Alien, Season 3, Episode 7 review. Here comes my baby.
They made up.
Yeah, both of them. They got the family things worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole episode was very parent-oriented.
Yeah. Well, very family oriented.
Yeah.
And they're probably trying to package that up. It's like, okay, well, here's the theme of this episode. It's going to be family. And then next episode, we've done the less action-packed version of this. And so now for the last episode, we've wrapped up all the non-action packed stuff. Now we can do all the cool stuff this episode. And
Plane.
Yeah. But yeah, we can do the cooler stuff next episode. It can be action packed, and we don't have to worry about all this over here. It can just be fast paced from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, trying to stop Darcy.
Well, that's
Yeah.
really fun.
Or not, because
she's... I don't blame him for being... I don't blame... what's his name for being worried, because... that sounds like a suicide thing.
Oh, it definitely is.
That's the kind of thing that people about to kill themselves do.
But
yeah,
how they're going to stop her when she's got such a head start on all of them. Especially
since they don't even know it's her yet.
Yeah, they don't know who took it, and they don't know, they don't have to figure it out, and that's going to take them an hour or two at best. And it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to book it or get somebody involved who can get over there and stop her, because she doesn't know what she's doing.
I mean, she does have the instructions.
But
push big shiny button.
Yeah. he's like, I laid you out a step-by-step instruction on how to do it, but you don't need to, because I will go do it. I want to kill those Greys. It's like, oh shit, where'd it go? I don't know.
So, yeah, I have a theory about something. I may be proven right, may be proven wrong, and who knows. But I think that the hybrids might turn on the Greys.
That does seem like a viable concept.
Because for two reasons. As far as we know, the main Grey hybrid, the deputy, right? He doesn't seem to have any idea what's going on. Like, he has no idea what that chemical compound is, what it does. Like, he has no idea what's going on. So I'm guessing it's like the same for the other Greys. I mean, it's for the other hybrids. Because here's the thing. I know that the Greys, the main Greys, want to, change the atmosphere of the Earth so it's more like floaty, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good for them. But I doubt it would be good for the hybrids, because as you know, when astronauts are in space for too long with low gravity, it's not good for their bodies.
Nope.
So they just probably created those hybrids for that one job, and then once that job's done, it's like, okay, whatever. But who knows?
yeah, well, if you were the Greys, you just say, all right, we're calling you all back. We know that the atmosphere isn't exactly right for you, so we're going to give you a special treatment that will make you able to exist on this planet now. And then you just shoot them with your ray guns.
Oh yeah, okay, I see that part. I was about to say, I don't see them being that nice, but that part, yeah.
Yeah, you just tell them you're going to do something nice. You get them into a single place, make sure you get everybody, then you shoot them with your ray guns. That way, there's no nothing to worry about. Just oh no, we got rid of them. Cool. Okay, land on the planet.
Yeah.
But
Though they what's his name might have a say in it. Might have something to do with that because he was hit by a car and then taken back to the spaceship, apparently.
true.
So maybe he gets wind of what's going on while they're trying to fix him up or disposing of him or whatever they're doing.
I mean, I guess we'll have to see.
And at least she now knows that she had her baby.
I know that was.
it's
that's
it's both
nice of him.
simultaneously horrifying and relieving, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just hit him at 50 miles an hour with a car. There's no blood trail. He's not dead. He might be an alien.
I'm not dead yet.
Invisible claw helicopter thing.
Yeah, I'm looking for helicopter tracks with
a helicopter claw.
Yeah.
That's more likely than aliens, obviously.
Yeah.
Everybody knows chemists don't work at night.
It was a trap. What do you mean it was a trap? It's like, and why would you think it's a him? What if the chemist was a woman? That's misogynist. Not misogynist if it's not even a real person, if the person doesn't exist. Yeah, no, you can totally be misogynist even if the person doesn't exist.
I mean, yeah.
But
did you just assume their gender?
let's see. What else was there?
Apparently, if you have DNA, this species hairy species pretty much immortal.
Or at least his hybrid baby is.
Yeah, true. You killed him. Yeah, try to kill me.
Yeah, he tried to kill me first, and then, oh baby, I love you. I'm sorry I abandoned you.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like
which
now
reminds
can
me
you
that
get me on banned from everywhere?
Yeah, he is banned from everywhere. Kind of hard to fix that.
Yeah.
but just say he was drunk. Or
Yeah,
he had a bad reaction to some medicine he was taking.
Fair.
And that's why it was only one day. It all happened on one day because he's already kind of weird, and then you had the bad reaction to some medicine. It's like, okay, like that's not that he's weird, but he's not that weird. And then it's like, okay, no, he had some bad medication. It made him weirder, and so they like, okay. One of my favorite bits is the picture, and he's just like. Puts the picture on her desk. She takes the picture, puts it in her drawer. Next thing you know, he's putting the picture back on the desk. What?
It's like, no.
You know, put it back up. It's like, and then his whole, no, you were not selfish then. You're selfish now. It's like, oh, sometimes Harry's an idiot. Sometimes he's weirdly, because he has no
filter.
He doesn't have the filter or really strong bearing on humans. Like, he has this sort of objectivity, but without a filter, and so he can say some really nasty truths that are important, but they're really nasty, and he's they're not nasty, but they're important, but they could be really, that can really impact your day. Yeah, it hard to hear things that are hard to hear, and so like it's this.
Basically autistic.
But he's very good at that. So he's oddly good about that. It's like, yes, I can see perfectly that you did this. That is very silly. Why did you do that? Or that you are being selfish because of this. It's like he doesn't have the filter, but he's somewhat perceptive as well. So it kind of like it works out.
That
For
Sherlock Holmes thing.
it's a weirdly perceptive, but also oblivious, and so at the same time it's a mix. It makes sense in the character, but it doesn't make sense when you say it out loud. He's oblivious, but oddly it's like that doesn't. He's perceptive, but he's also oblivious, and it's like, well, it's what he's oblivious to. That he can see everything, but he's oblivious to what he says is going to be doing to other people. But
he's observant without social context.
yes, no filter and no real. He's not as good as a normal, like a human would be, about picking up on, oh yeah, if I say this, it's going to piss her off. Well, neurotypical
Yeah.
human. That's I shouldn't say that, but yeah, a neurotypical human would say, oh no, that I shouldn't say that because that's going to make that person very upset. It might be what they need to hear, but I need to, if I'm going to communicate that with them, I need to do it in a very careful way, and I need to do that maybe a little indirectly, nudge them in the direction, and it's like, nope, plow right through. Like, it's helpful, but it's also a little it's some bitter medicine.
Yeah, well, to be fair, at the same time, sometimes a person needs to be blunt with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, not every time. But yeah, his bluntness is sometimes his bluntness comes in handy. Occasionally, it's it doesn't really serve anybody's good. It just sort of is pissing somebody off without having an actual good purpose.
Oh yeah.
But since he kind of treats everybody the same way in that regard, like it's sort of just whatever happens. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this thing, and it's going to happen, and whether they would be offended by it or not, it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever happens. But that that Simpsons, I'm going to kick the air, and if you happen to be in the way, that's your fault. Oh.
And then we got Asta's mother, who's as great as ever.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's a really nice desk.
Yeah.
You're a great person. You know that?
Yeah, she is a definite piece of work.
Oh yeah. She probably owes money or something. That's why she came to Asta.
Oh, definitely. Those stupid gambling that she does. Like when we saw her the first time, she was doing she was like having a poker game or something, planning.
Oh yeah.
So she probably owed her buddies some money.
And so coming out of this episode, we have two major hero factions, and then you have the Greys. Like, you've got you've got the mayor is probably going to join forces with the sheriff and the deputy.
Yeah.
To do something, and they're going to be doing something completely independently from Harry, and then Harry and Asta and Darcy. Well, Darcy's already doing something, but that sort of group
And
is
the major.
what?
And the major.
Yeah, and the major and his kid, and they're all gonna go work on this as well, which makes me wonder, like, if this is planned as a series finale, like a possible series finale, like is are all the major characters the you know
Getting
the,
closure.
they're all going to get they're all going to figure out that Harry's an alien at the end of it, like Asta and Darcy, they know, and then
The major
the
knows.
what
The major knows. The kids know.
yeah, the only ones who don't know are the mayor, the sheriff, and the deputy. They don't know Harry's an alien. So if they're going out to they're following the trail as well, and they happen to end up in the same spot, like, and they find out that Harry's an alien, it's like, that makes so much more sense.
So much sense.
Like,
Although, I mean,
I knew it
how
all along. I
mental.
was just keeping it secret so that nothing would happen.
Although with how some of these people are, it's not that weird. Harry's not that weird compared to some of these guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
like, I can explain. This is all a dream.
But because it would be
That's honestly what I was thinking when he with all those babies, like all the Bridgets that kept popping up
yeah.
as different people. I'm like, okay, he's having one of his hallucinations.
But yeah, they've wrapped up most things. The only thing that there's a couple strings hanging here and there, like the sheriff and that woman from the other department.
Yeah.
He's got that thing kind of hanging out there, but most of the other stuff got more or less resolved. Or at least it's resolved in a way that's all pointing in a way that the last episode's going to handle this, and this. And so, yeah. But yeah, it could be that the whole thing of her ruining his reputation, of his kid ruining Bridget, ruining his reputation doesn't matter, because the next day he leaves.
Find out he's an alien.
Yeah, or he leaves, because like all of this is wrapped up, and he decides to leave for some reason, or he goes to go find Heather. Like, now you don't have to worry about the Greys. The Greys are dead, so we can be back together again. And then it's but yeah, he goes to look for Heather, and then maybe either that's it, he leaves to go look for Heather and have Bridget with him, or and like that's the semi ending of the story. And then if another season is cleared, he comes back to settle back in Patience, with Heather and his kid in Patience, and he resumes what he was doing, and the whole thing kind of goes back to the way it was. Yeah. Having resolved everything, it's like, okay, well, now the Greys are no longer a problem, and or at least for now are no longer a problem, and everybody's kind of cool with the alien thing. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and I guess probably next episode or last episode we'll see rebooted Alien Tracker.
Yeah, and eventually, the Sahara's gonna have to meet back up with the alien tracker at some point, and they're gonna have this conversation about that. But
Okay, I bet I love the part. So I don't hate Sahar. I just don't like her character archetype because like I've run into people like that, right, who think they're so smarter than everybody else, but then they meet somebody that's smarter than them, and they're like, oh, so that's how it feels like.
yeah, oh
And I
yeah,
enjoy.
and you remember, the original alien tracker with the cyborg and cyborg
Ah,
stuff
yeah.
that hasn't been resolved. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, you got that going on, so that also has to be resolved. Like, there's a few things to resolve in this final episode. Maybe some of it gets left behind as a okay, that really wasn't that big of a deal, but it's to leave that unresolved. And if
In
we get
case
an
it's another season.
in case we have
Yeah.
another season, we can come back to that. But as it stands, this is good enough. And if they really want to do something, they can, I don't know, put out a book.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a book. Or, actually, it came from a comic book, so just point it at the book because it's like, oh, yeah, no, that's how this ended in the book. It's like,
Although that doesn't always work because there was a really good series back in late 90s, early 2000s called Invasion America that I was really into. It only had like one season and it left it on a huge cliffhanger to be continued. And then they never continued it. And then they made a novelization of it that they also never continued.
oh. They just
So they
left.
left it in a to be continued both times. And I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm, it it will be curious to see. Like, I think this is probably one of their more beloved series that sci-fi does. So they might bring it back. I guess it's going to depend on how much it costs and how people are
yeah.
available. Because who knows um, what the availability is like.
True.
But I haven't checked, but I wonder if they are actually filming up there. They're actually filming roughly where they say they are, because that would be because that would be a really nice place to film. It's like, oh yeah, no, you're gonna go film the series, but you're gonna be up here
Colorado.
in Colorado, up in the mountains a little bit, and it's gonna be very beautiful. And it's you're gonna you're gonna get out of LA for a few months, a couple months while you're filming everything.
Gotta
But
say though, I do like Harry's way of fishing.
Oh yeah. The use the person to catch a shark. That wouldn't work though. But it's still cute.
Yeah. Are you sure it wouldn't work? Yeah, I know it wouldn't.
okay, well,
Let's see what else. Uh, I mean, technically, they served a child alcohol.
Yeah.
Technically speaking.
But it's a small town. They know Harry. They don't know that the baby.
I know.
So I mean, although I wonder how freaking hungover that kid's gonna be, because if his dad got totally plastered.
Oh,
And-
oh god. You just remind me, it's like, why do I feel like I want to fight someone?
But
nothing else. Next episode, she blows up a ship.
Yep.
probably.
Or, ship hits the fan.
Yeah, now I would laugh if the episode is named that.
That would be freaking hilarious, honestly. Ship hits the fan.
Well, yeah, I guess I got nothing else.
No, I'm good. We'll see what happens next week. Or tonight, or what? Well, is it tonight or
Yesterday.
yesterday?
So
Yeah, okay.
it's Wednesdays.
Yeah. Well, was Wednesdays. But
Yeah. That's right. This is the last episode.
that we know
this
of.
is nuts. So far.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's built from a source material, so who knows? Anyway, if there's nothing else.
Nope.
All right.